Hi everyone, this is Joseph from Namseoul University. This time is the last time of today's lecture, so please focus on continually until this last classes. Okay, let's get started. Last time we have studied about the value ladder details. The value ladder is the script is a strategic framework of mapping out products or services, increasing order, price and value. The X line is the price and the Y line is the value. So designed to maximize the customer life value. So it begins with low cost. The first step is low cost or free bites to attract customers, then move them towards premium high ticket offers that provides maximum value and support. Okay, uh let's get move on to the next slide. The key concept of the value ladder. The key concept of the value ladder uh, is the four part. It has four part. The first part is the goal. The goal or the aim is to guide customers up the ladder from entry-level product to high-ticket solutions, increasing trust and revenue. The, the, the goal of value ladder is to guide customer up the ladder from the entry level to the high end level. The structure is it maps to sales funnel where customers buy more expensive items as they get more value. The third is five core stage is the most uh, profitable ladder. Includes the first is bite offers, and second step is front end offers, and third is middle offers, and fourth is back end offers, and the last is a peak offer. So please refer to this picture about the value ladder. The first is byte, the next is front end, and next is middle, and the next is back end, and the last is the peak of offer. So this is very important. So please remember this the five core stages of the value ladder. Okay, so uh, you have heard about the example of dentist. The dentist provided free cleaning, free free teeth cleaning, and front end is teeth whitening, and middle is retainers, and back end is full month reconstruction. So please remember the story about the a dentist for the value ladder. Okay, so next is why the value ladder is crucial. The reason why the important is the value ladder. The first is increase the CLV. The CLV is a customer lifetime value. So uh, a value ladder increases customer lifetime value. So it is the first reason to important value ladder. And second is the higher ad spend. By making more per customer, you can spend more to acquire them. So higher ad spend. And third is build trust. So it starts by providing value before asking for high ticket investment. So it started by providing value before asking for high ticket investment. So you can build the trust between customer and you, and recurring revenue to often includes continuity subscriptions to keep customers paying monthly. So recurring revenue. So according to Russell Brunson, Russell Brunson is the author, a writer in .com script sales panel. This is the creator, the creator for the sales panel. So this is the first thing you must build before creating a sales funnel. So uh, before we make a sales funnel, we have to make a value ladder first. So value ladder is the most important about a sales funnel. Okay, we have studied the sales funnel, the all about the sales funnel, the why the value ladder is crucial and the key concept of the value ladder and how to make the value ladder and the value ladder manifesto. Okay, please remember this part of the value ladder. So because value ladder is very important to know about the sales funnel that uh, we already have studied last classes. So very rather answers for now is very related to each other. So please remember the very rather that uh, what we already studied. So let's move on to the next part, the immutable law of marketing. So today we will focus on the law 17 and law 18. The, the law 17 is law of unpredictability, and law 18 is law of success. The law 17, the law of unpredictability, and the law 18, the law of success, is uh, two laws explain uh, about this. The first is why marketing plans often fail, and second is why successful companies suddenly correct. So this law 17 and 18 explain the uh, why successful companies suddenly corrupt, especially the law of success. And third is why overconfidence is dangerous. So overconfidence is dangerous. And first is why flexibility matters more than certainty. Certainly. So flexibility is important more than the certainty. Okay. These two laws are especially relevant today because the market changed rapidly. In these days, the market, consumer market, and internet market, online market, and every industry in market changes very fast and rapidly, and consumer behavior evolves constantly, and the technology disrupts industries overnight. So especially uh, in this AI, in the AI era, the companies that survive are not necessarily the biggest. They are the most adaptive. So uh, flexibility is all about flexibility. So flexibility is the most important thing in these days. Okay, let's move on to the next page, the law 17, the law of unpredictability. Okay, the definition of the law of unpredictability is unless you write your competitors' plans, you can predict the future. So it argued that long-term rigid uh, planning fails because comparative reactions and market shift are fundamentally unpredictability. So unpredictability, unpredictable is very important words, especially in Law 17. This law argues that marketing is inherently uncertain. No company can perfectly predict no company can perfectly predict about the consumer behavior, because consumer behavior is very change uh, is very is changing very fast, and technology shift is very speedy, and economic crisis. In these days, the raw between the Iran and U.S., the economic crisis uh, rises. So the fuel, gasoline, and AI, a semiconductor, because many of the things, the economic crisis rises, and the fourth is competitor strategies, and cultural trends. So any companies can perfectly predict about this consumer behavior, but technology shift, and economic crisis, and competitor strategies, and neutral trends. So any company one any company couldn't know about the war of the Iran and US, and especially China and US. And many executives believes more data is a certainty, but more forecasting is control. But the book argues, this book, the immutable 20 law of marketing, argues that the future is fundamentally unpredictable. So this words and this market and everything and everything that we have faces is very fundamentally unpredictable. The key principle of the law, the key principle of the law of unpredictability is the is like this. The first principle is long-term marketing predictions are dangerous, because the words and the market is very unpredictable. Most long-term forecasts fail because markets evolves very fast, and competitors react is un, unpredictable, and consumer psychology changes very fast. So there is an example, before 10 years ago, a lot only few people predict TikTok dominance, and only few people predict about AI AI explosions, and only few people predicted streaming would replace cable TV or so quickly. So a lot of company and a lot of people couldn't predict about in this era. So uh, long-term marketing prediction and long-term marketing plan is very dangerous. And principle two is the flexibility beats rigid planning. So it's all about flexibility. Successful companies adapt very quickly and experiences continually, and change direction when necessary. And a successful company can change any direction and anytime and anywhere. So flexibility beats rigid planning, and flexibility beats uh, any uh, any strong company and any biggest companies. So flexibility is very important, and in these days. And principle three, uh, agility. Agility is a comparative advantage. The agility is also very important in these days. The faster company react, the greater its survivor probability. So agile plan, and uh, agile action for consumer is important and is necessary to in this area, especially AI era. And principle four is a trend matters more than the prediction. So, uh, trend versus fad. Please remember about this. While you cannot predict the future, you can track a long-term trend rather than short-lived fad to guide your general direction. The fad is short-term excitement and temporarily popularity. The trend is the long term uh, of behavior shift. So we have to focus on the a trend. So long term behavior shift. So we have to focus on more than trend, not fad. So please remember about the what is fad and what is trend, and the trend matter more than the predictions. Okay, the common mistake to avoid. So many people and many companies have a mistake to avoid the unpredictability, but this is a mistake. uh, extra extra polarating trend is highly useful, but companies often fail by jumping to conclusions about exactly how far a trend will go. So extrapolating trend is a mistake, and assuming the presence repeat, believing that market conditions will stay exactly same as in itself an inaccurate prediction of the future. So believing that market conditions will stay exactly the same condition is is continually go within any change is a very is very misunderstand about the market standards and market industries. And third is over relying on market research. So market research is excellent for measuring past behavior, but it cannot accurately predict how people will react to entirely new concepts. So, over relying on market research is also uh, mistaking action. Although the uh, rigid market research is also very important to get the data to information for consumers in these days and before, but past years, but it cannot it can accurately predict the future of the market. So we have to uh, we have to more study, and we have to more the imagination about the future about the market, and future uh, about the era. Especially I think the AI technology is very important to us. So AI will make great change in over the world, and in any any aspect of the industry. So we have to focus on the change from the AI. And the core idea about the law of unpredictability is the deeper strategic meaning is the law of unpredictability teaches no one truly controls the market. No company truly control the market. This is psychologically difficult for managers because humans crave certainty. Investors demand forecast, and and executive want control. But marketing reality is chaotic. So marketing reality and over the world is chaotic. So uh, great marketer prepare for multiple possibilities and builds adaptable system and stay close to consumers. So we have to focus on the consumer lifestyle and consumer lifestyle value, especially CFV. We have studied about the CFV in a very rare part uh, before the last classes. So please remember about this. So strategy implication uh, of the law of unpredictability is prepare for multiple possibility. We have to prepare for various possibilities and build adaptable system and stay close to customers. Okay, let's move on to the next page. The next page is the example of the law of unpredictability. So the first example is Netflix. I think you, I think that already you know about the Netflix and already use the Netflix application, the a video application. The first initially the vision is DVD rental services. The Netflix company start from the rental service for DVD, but the strategy of a pivot is the Netflix recognizes streaming was the future. Streaming is the will be the future of the video industry. So this was risky because infrastructure was weak, and then at the time the consumer habits were uncertain because many consumers are uh, was watching the videos through the DVD and video clips. Uh, but the result is this: the Netflix disrupted a blockbuster cable television, traditional entertainment, and mainstreaming and newspapers. So there is a key lesson: adaptability matters more than adaptability matters more than the certain certainty. So Netflix is the example of the law of unpredictability. And the next example is Nokia. Uh, have you heard about the Nokia, the cell phone? Uh, in about 20 years ago, the Nokia is the number one cell phone company in the world. But the problem Nokia is Nokia dominated mobile phone, cell phone, but the chief executive believe their market leadership was secure and there will be a long-term number one company in mobile phone industry. But the result, but they failed. They underestimated smartphone, touch interfaces, app ecosystem. They predict their mobile phone is staying. The mobile phone market is staying continually in the next 10 years, but the result is rapid correct after the rise of the Apple Android system, especially uh, Samsung and Apple. The lesson of the Nokia is the past success does not predict future dominance. Okay, so uh, in these online classes, we have studied about the value ladder, especially the key concept of the value ladder, and why the value ladder is crucial. The reason of the importance of the value ladder, and the immutable law of marketing, especially the law of 17. The law of unpredictability. So next time we will study about the uh, 18, the law of success. I think the law of success is very important because the arrogant the law of success they're handling the ego and arrogance of the business part. So this law is very important about industry and marketing, and especially our lives. Okay, this class is over, and that's all these classes. Okay, thank you for attending, and thank you for focus on continually this class, and this class will be helpful in your business plan and in your lives. Okay, I'll see you next classes. Bye.